Hi everybody, my name is Lauren and welcome to Plants and Things. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the top 5 underrated plants. These are plants that I love, but I feel like other people don't love them enough. So I wanted to just give them a little extra shine today. And sometimes I just feel like some common plants, because they're so easily attainable, we don't really like pay them that much attention, including me. Like, I'm including myself in this. I do the same thing. But when you really look at them, they're fire. So yeah, I just showcased a couple plants today that I think that we need to love a little more because they're great, and for some reason they're just not as popular as other plants. I guess because they're not the typical heart-shaped, large leaves that I also love. But these plants, I'm gonna just show y'all. Let me just show you. Before we get started, I just wanted to shout out my girl Jasmine Lowe with her plant merch, Plant Addict. She has several designs, several types of shirts, okay? She has the muscle shirt, the long sleeve shirt, the short sleeve shirt, the hoodie, and she has mugs. A little something for everybody. So go check it out. The link is going to be in the description below. If you're not already subscribed to her channel, why not subscribe to her channel as well? Then you'll be knowing about all the hot drops. Okay, all the hot drops, the plant merch. And if there's anybody else that has some great plant merch that you like, please drop it in the comments below. I would love to feature. I like little t-shirts and stuff. That's mostly what I wear, like, for my videos and stuff. So I thought it'd be fun to wear some plant merch t-shirts. So if there's any plant merch you like, please drop it in the comments below so I can check them out and maybe pick something up for myself. And one last shout out for today is going to be Dave over at Airway District. If you don't already follow his channel, we did a collab together. It was really fun to do it. I thank Dave for inviting me on his channel. So I'll put the link in the description below for the video that we did together on his channel. Please go check it out. And when you check it out, please subscribe to his channel. All right, so let's get started. I feel like I haven't recorded in a really long time, and I think I haven't done like a sit down recording in a long time. I've been doing like vlogging and stuff because I've been doing planty things, which is fun, but I feel like off. Like, I feel like I forgot how this feels like I'm excited to be here and doing it, but I forgot, like, I don't know, I just feel different. So I'm sorry if my energy is off. It's because I forgot how this feels. There's a lot going on right now, and so I'm like pre-recorded some vlogs, and I'm trying to pre-record this, so you will see this outfit, this look, this face again, don't judge me, in the next video. Some of these plants are actual plants and some of them are plant groups, and so I'll explain further as I get into it. But the first one is the Homaloaena selfie. Now this is one that I mean like a plant group, Homaloaenas in general, because we've already talked about this plant. If you haven't seen my favorites, again, I'll link it up in the cards. This plant, look at the pattern on this plant. I have a thing for this type of pattern on plants because if y'all seen, y'all know I really like the majestic, and it kind of has a similar kind of camo pattern, and it's an upright plant, so it's easy to take care of, no maintenance necessary. See, she's putting out a new leaf. I will say, I want to kind of say it's not a fast grower, but I did get it in the dead of winter, and this is the first leaf that is put out in my care. Well, this leaf, I'm lying, this leaf was like starting to emerge, and then it came out in my care, and then this leaf. So I'm not gonna judge it just yet because I've only had it over the winter, so I will not judge it and say whether it's a fast or slow grower. But I think this plant, I don't hear people talking about Homaloaenas that often, you know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to feature this plant, because it comes in so many varieties. Now there's a Homaloaena that's even better than this Homaloaena, and I don't actually think it's an actual Homaloaena because the name, okay, it's called Homaloaena Purple Sword. I'll put it up on the screen here, but I don't think it's really a Homaloaena because I think the name starts with an A, but it looks similar to this, but the coloration, it's like purple with it's up there on the screen, you see it. These plants in general, I think, are definitely underrated. I don't see people talking about them a whole lot, and honestly they're not terribly priced for a really good size of that purple sword. I think I seen it for like $50 for a really good size. So, and I think this Homaloaena was only $20, $25, something like that. So they're not a bad price. And I didn't know this until I did some further research. When I looked up mature versions of this plant, it grows pretty big. Like, this plant could really get some height and size on it. And I don't know what's up with this leaf, why it looks like it's kind of yellowing over here. But these are super, should I say easy? I don't know if I want to say it's easy. I'm going to say they're vocal. That's what I'm gonna say. It's super vocal plant. Like, you can see this leaf is kind of starting to crinkle a little bit. Tomorrow this is gonna look like it gave up on life. So I'm gonna wait though until it does that, because I don't want to overwater it, and literally all the leaves completely flopped over. So it's vocal. That's why I find it kind of easy to take care of, and I don't mind it in soil because it usually gets dried all the way out before I water it anyways. So I don't really be seeing gnats flying around it. So I don't plan on taking it out of the soil anytime soon, unless it needs to be repotted, which again, I don't think it's gonna need anytime soon. But yeah, this is the first plant that I feel is not talked about enough. It's the Homaloaena. It comes in several varieties. Hopefully I will have put on the screen the varieties that I've seen and really love. And that purple sword is definitely on the top of my list. This is the one that I have to show for, but that other one better than this one. So yeah, that's the first one, Homaloaena selfie, or Homaloaenas in general. Okay. The next plant, I can't bring it to me because it's too big, but it's the Dieffenbachia. And I know I've talked about this plant before on my favorites because it's my favorite. Like, it's okay, wait, we know the Majestic's my favorite, but this is also my favorite. And I put this on this list because I feel like Dieffenbachias are like the typical grocery store, you know, common house plant, which they are, and you can find them, you know, all over Home Depot, Lowe's, and all that good stuff. But when you actually really look into the different varieties and the features that the plant provides, I'm sure I have it on the screen here. Look how large those leaves are. I'm a large leaf girl, love large leaves, and everybody loves, you know, large leaf plants. The Dieffenbachia is giving, okay, and at a affordable price, because you know I don't like to spend the coin, okay? $20 I spent for that big Dieffenbachia. Now, of course, there are others that are a little more rare, a little more uncommon, that you may only be able to get like a smaller starter plant version, but again, the potential is there. So I'm just saying, if you're really into large leaf plants but you haven't dipped your toe into the Dieffenbachias, check it out. They have a lot of varieties, and when they get big, they're big. And so another thing I wanted to point out, which hopefully I showed it in the video, it's a vigorous grower. Like, you see that thing is putting out 5 leaves at one time. Granted, half of them have been on its way out since winter, but now we're in spring, so it's gonna pick up, you know. But when it's not winter, those leaves are emerging like back to back to back. They flower very easily because I find it to be such an easy plant. I really do. And it's similar to the Homaloaena, where the leaves do start to droop if it's not getting enough light. I haven't noticed, I'm trying to think, have I noticed that they droop when they don't get enough water? No, I noticed they droop when they don't get enough light. I don't know about the water, but yeah, I find them to be pretty manageable and easy. Now my first one that I have 2. The other one, I'm gonna put it up there. I never showed that other one. I'm gonna show that other one. That one needs to get some shine too. It's not my favorite because the coloration is not as vibrant, but that's the first one I got. And it does, if something's wrong, it may drop leaves kind of quickly, but when you adjust it, it bounces back quickly too. So yeah, I really love this plant because it's a beautiful, standout, easy care. Just put it in the corner of your home and it just looks beautiful. It pops, and it comes in so many varieties. So, and it's large. It's for your large leaf girls and guys, sorry. But yeah, that's the second one, the Dieffenbachia. I'm looking at it right now. It sits right under my grow light, looking gorgeous. Yeah. This next plant or group is bulbed plants. Did I say that right? Bulbed plants that come from a bulb. And I feel like these are underrated because I feel like sometimes maybe bulbs are more like geared towards outdoor gardening, and so maybe it's not like, maybe that's why the houseplant community is not really into it as much. Now I'm gonna say on Instagram, I do see a lot more people talking about bulbs on Instagram, but again, outdoors, not necessarily indoors. I grew my bulb indoor. It's happy, it's beautiful, and I mean, I am gonna put it outside at some point, but it doesn't have to be outside, you know. And so if you don't have that opportunity to put your plants outside and you're kind of like looking for something different, get you a bulbed plant, okay? So the one that I have to show you guys is my elephant ear, looking gorgeous. Hold up, he's dancing around. Here you go, looking gorgeous. Now look at this leaf that's about to come out. Do y'all see? Hold up, this is heavy. Do y'all see how big this leaf is about to be that's about to come out? Like, what is going on? This is gonna be huge. Y'all know elephant ears get big. What is this? Oh, okay, that's just the debris. Okay, I'm just making sure I don't got no critters up on here because I don't got no time for that. So these, like I said, I feel are underrated because why? Okay, I thought leca, like non-dirt, was supposed to keep the gnats away, but yet I see gnats up in here. Anyways, I feel like they're underrated because, like I said, I feel like they are geared more towards outdoor plants, but I think they are great for indoors. I'm growing this in leca. It's like the easiest thing I ever did in my life. I'll link in the video. I'll link up in the cards the video. I think it's my plants are sad when I like pulled this bulb out of the leca. I recommend this plant because, like I said, it's so freaking easy. Like, I think I only added water to this reservoir maybe twice in the past 2.5 to 3 months. That's all it needed, and it grows so fast. Like, this literally came up within a matter of a week, maybe. Like, it was growing once this stalk started like showing itself out of the leca. It was growing an inch. Like, it had to be almost an inch a day. It was growing. It first started off with this little crazy looking thing. I don't know why that was like that, but this one came immediately after. And before this even opened all the way up, this was already starting to emerge. And then way before this even, this was already working on itself. So again, this plant is such a beast. Like, I don't know why these came out looking funny, but it's gonna rectify itself. So I'm not really worried. But yeah, it's just really exciting to watch it grow, and it's gonna be huge. It's easy, it's gonna be huge, and it's amazing to watch grow. So that's why I love this plant, and that's why I think everybody should have one. Look at the texture. This texture here. So I want the mojito one. There's I think this is a colocasia, right? A colocasia. There's a mojito one. There's a dark one that I want to. I'm just gonna get like a whole little garden of colocasias. Love it. So yep, that is the third one. Bulbed plants in general, I think, don't get enough love in the houseplant community. The next plant is going to be the classic Monstera adansonii. Now, I picked this plant because it shocked me. I wasn't really paying attention to this plant. I'm not gonna lie. I like it, but I wasn't really paying attention to it until one day I looked at it and I said, whoa, okay, this plant is beautiful. Ignore these yellow leaves. But what gets me about this plant is the shimmer of the leaf. Like, it has this shimmer on it. If I'm not catching it here, I'll insert a clip that is really beautiful that I didn't even really notice before. And again, I feel like this is just one of those plants that we see all the time, that I see all the time, and I was like, oh yeah, it's cute, it's nice, but I wasn't really paying attention. And till I did one day, and I was like, oh wow, this plant is fire. And so if you think about it, like, everyone loves fenestrated plants, you know, plants with holes, something with a feature that's different, right? This plant is so easily accessible, and it already has fenestration. It already has this beautiful shimmery green to it. It grows like a beast, and it can grow super big. Like, I'm trying to think, where did I see a big one? I think it was at the plant festival that I just went to a week or so ago. Somebody had it growing up a thing, and it was super tall. Like, the leaves get nice and big, and like, I'm over here like, oh, I want a Monstera a skeletal because it's like big and beautiful and has all the holes. This is like pretty much almost the same thing. Like, it's literally almost the same thing. Of course, the skeletal can get way larger, but this can get pretty large too. And so I think it's a really good alternative if there's something like that that you're wanting, but you're kind of finding it hard to like get a hold of. Get you a Swiss cheese, get you an adansonii. They have the wide form and the narrow form. I want to say this is supposed to be the wide form, but honestly, I really don't know. This I grew from, I got like a rehab for free from somebody, and it was, I'll put it up here. It was crazy looking. And I basically chopped it all back and just regrew everything from nodes or one leaf cuttings. And then once they had roots, I just potted them up in here. I took the mother plant and put it in here too. The roots have gone crazy. Super happy in this pond here. And yeah, it's not quite climbing this stake yet, but once it does, it's gonna be a beast. And I think it's gonna be gorgeous. This leaf is my favorite leaf right here because of how shimmery dark green it is. Some of these leaves are like super light. They've gotten kind of like bleached, but if you can keep it this dark shimmery green, look at how big this one is. It's so beautiful. Am I in the camera? Oh Lord. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I think this is an underrated plant just because for me, I see it all the time and I wasn't even really paying attention to it. And I feel like it's the same for other people. I feel like I don't see people talk about it as much. Of course, nowhere near as much as like the elbow or the Tycon, which I understand. I completely understand. No variegation here. However, there's still a lot of great features of this plant. It's just this one dark one that gets me. I'm going to show it to y'all again because it's really beautiful. This dark one here is so pretty. I really prefer dark leaves. So gorgeous. Is that a spider mite? Oh no. Oh no. Is that? I see. I see a web, but not the little dots. Maybe it's a regular spider. I did see a regular spider climbing along here. Oh, it's putting out a new leaf. That's another thing about this plant. It's a very easy grower. Like, it grows so easy. If you want a variegated version, they have a variegated adansonii, and you'll still get all the great features of it. The last plant I debated on whether I should include it or not because I don't know. I do feel like it gets some love. I do feel like it gets some love. Maybe just not as much love as I would want it to get. But I do feel like it gets some love. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't include it. But 4 was weird to me. I feel like I needed 5. So we just threw it in there. And that is the lipstick plant. Aschananthus. This was my favorite plant for a really long time. I used to have... It's so sad, but this plant used to trail over on both sides and it was so full. This whole thing was completely covered, but it got cold damage and I had to chop a lot of the leaves off and it was really sad. Like, I literally avoided doing it for weeks because I knew it was going to make me so sad to chop the leaves, but I had to do it. But what makes me happy is look at all the new leaves coming in. I was so happy to see all these new vines, all these new leaves. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see that. Even at the end, where is it? One of these vines has new leaves coming in. This one here, new leaves coming in at the bottom there. They come in so cute. I did not know. So when I got this plant, it was already like pretty full and it was, you know, established already. So I didn't really notice any actual new leaves or vines growing. So I didn't know that they grew in this dark color like this. So pretty. And of course it blooms and it's beautiful when it blooms. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like, again, this is one of those common houseplants that you see at the grocery store that, or a garden center, that people just don't really be checking for because it's not considered like uncommon or rare. But they have some nice varieties. They have the black pagoda that I really want. I think there's a goldfish version. I'm not really into the goldfish version, but because it has like orange flowers and I think the leaves are smaller. But it's a super easy plant and it's a trooper because it lived through that cold damage and it bounced all the way back with so much new growth. So much new. I just water it when it feels super light because it hangs on my curtain rod. And it's happy. It's very happy after that. It's not hard to please. It's not hard to get to bloom either. It bloomed like right once I first got it. It wasn't even like starting to bloom. Like I got it to bloom in my care, and it was easy. So yeah, I really like this. I really love this plant. And if I still have the picture, I will insert the picture of when it was full and beautiful. It's still beautiful, and I'm happy, like I said, it's coming back. I have all these new vines coming back, but it's just, it's y'all will see what it was really doing in that other picture. But yeah, those are the plants that I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to give them a little more shine because I feel like they don't get enough shine. And yeah, so let me know in the comments below what are some plants that you feel like doesn't get talked about enough, plants that you would like to see people talk about more, or plants that you would like to see me talk about more, because I definitely don't know about all the plants and I'm always looking for something like new or interesting that I haven't really seen before. And something that like I've seen before but I wasn't really into until I actually seen it was the begonia, a begonia Sinbad I got. I'm gonna insert a picture. It's not, I'm not saying that it's an underrated plant because I know there's people that are die-hard begonia fans. I'm not die-hard, but there are some begonias that I like. And there's this one that I got, fire. The begonia Sinbad has like a pink iridescence. That's another one. So just let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in the comments below. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you do like this content, please give the video a like. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to this channel. This was kind of like my first video back after like a little while. I kind of slowed down on posting my videos because I'm really kind of busy over this past month, and hopefully next month everything will kind of like mellow out and I can get back to where I used to be. So sorry if I felt like a little, I'm sorry if I came off a little off, because I feel a little off because I haven't done this in a minute. So thank you again for watching and have a good night.